残存之地，碾落做成泥。冷眼照风雨，楚河我自知己，叹命运。只见众生如雨，黄沙淘尽。剑如纸，举中指，算如雨，无不现重影。纵使真剑气，一命破残局。举中计，冷落雨，缓缓虚实境。天地作情。
The late Emperor, Xiao Jing, and I were close from our youth. I once believed we would be lifelong friends. Xiao Jing swore to become a wise ruler, so I promised
to defend the state for him. The northern desert gathered 50,000 cavalry, and the commander of Yunzhong requested reinforcements. I'll go.
What did you say?
Yunzhong is a vital frontier stronghold that we cannot afford to lose.
But how can I send you to the most dangerous place, just as I ascend the throne?
You need a victory, all the more as the new emperor.
Chu Ling is hereby appointed guard, general to command the frontier troops, and shall proceed to Yunzhong Prefecture today. That day,
he handed me the sword of the Long's Roar, the symbol of power. Yet even the sharpest blade cannot sever what is destined. In my very first battle upon entering Yunzhong, I met her.
Greenhorn from the south! Do you dare to face me in battle?
General of the Northern Desert, Alan Roying. Later, I saw her on a barren hill, weeping for her fallen soldiers.
Only then did I realize that the fierce Rakshasa of the northern desert revealed a heart beyond slaughter. General Chu walking alone at night. Without your gods, aren't you afraid I'll take your head to feed my war banner?
I did not come here to argue with you. I wanted to talk to you.
What is there for us to talk about?
Peace.
Peace.
I went alone to see her, and gave her the jade pendant my mother had left me, engraved with the word peace. After some hesitation, she finally accepted it, and gave me a bone whistle from the northern desert in return. She said she was willing to risk everything to try. However, her efforts to plead peace with the jade pendant only led to the northern desert king ordering her execution in front of both armies. I had no choice but to bring her back to the State of Chu. I told her that if the eagle of the desert loses its way, let it be a flower still in bloom. From then on, there was no longer Alan Roy, only my wife, Mu Miehou. Then the Imperial decree arrived from the capital. His Majesty demanded that I break my own oath, saying that executing the mother while sparing the child was for my future and for the sake of my clan.
What are you doing?
I requested to guard Yunzhong Prefecture for the rest of my days. Without an Imperial decree, I shall never cross into the capital again.
At that moment, I finally understood that even the sharpest sword cannot pierce the calculations of an emperor. Powerless, I hid her away in King Mu's stronghold, under the guise of suppressing bandits.
Deliver the victory report! The bandit leader, Miu Miaho, leaped from the cliff! To her death! To honor His Majesty's grace!
On the day you were born, she whispered your name.
She said,
I hoped that by the time you grew up, there would be no more wars. You would be able to see the sunrise every day, like the rising morning sun. You should be named Chu Zhao. Zhao. You must grow up without a care. If anyone asks about your mother, tell them she lives in the capital and is skilled in all the refined arts. Although she cannot watch you grow up, she loves you more than anyone else.
Zhao. This is the answer you wanted.
What nonsense are you talking about? Where did you hear such a story? It is not exciting at all. Do not tell it ever again.
I am not lying.
My mother was a noble lady from the capital, a well-bred daughter of a prominent house, not some general from the northern desert. My father said, "You are my mother. Are you?" Father! Are all the stories you told me about my mother over the years lies? My mother was born into a high-ranking family and was skilled in all the refined arts, from small seal script, painting, to the gujing. Can you do any of that? If you were my mother, you'd know how to write in that script. Show me! Do it! You cannot! Your hands are fit for nothing but wielding blades and spears! You know nothing but killing! Your hands are soaked in blood! You are not my mother! She is nothing like you!
Zhao.
Let her finish.
My mother had delicate brows and skin like porcelain. She is the kindest mother in the world. My mother, even in death, would never abandon me. If she were still alive, she would never deceive me. Do you think you are worthy? Zhao! Did I say anything wrong? Is this not what you told me, father? My mother was a noble lady from the capital who died of illness. You told me every single bit of this! Or have all of these been lies you fabricated over all these years? What is real exactly? The mother you spoke of is fake, and you hid your critical illness from me! What in the world is real? Enough!
You are right. I am not your mother. The general is too ill to distinguish
between stories and reality, since my father is talking nonsense. Take this worthless piece of junk that nobody wants and leave my house!
Would you say that?
She is not only your daughter, but also the Grand Princess of the State of Chu. Her mother couldn't be from the northern desert. And it should not be me.
Alan.
Why does she have to decide how I should live my life?
Perhaps she only wanted to keep you safe.
Safe. For 19 years, I have spent every single day yearning for my mother, who I thought was dead. Now I realize the cruelest irony isn't that I wept over an empty grave, but that she chose to cast me aside from the very beginning.
When someone truly does not care, they do not even bother to lie. When I was 8, my mother sent me back to the Xiao family with a promise that she would return for me. Yet, she never did.
Are you trying to tell me that their lies were an act of love?
Lies come in many forms. Some deceive to inflict pain, while others hide the truth to protect.
But I deserve the truth, and I don't want protection built on lies. And I have no desire to remain a fragile soul, forever shielded from reality. 19 years. They kept me in the dark for 19 years.
Now that the truth is out, what do you plan to do? Will you stay here, demanding answers? Or will you return to your father, who has so little time left? Zhao, trust is not for debating right and wrong. The general is fading away. Do you really want to waste these final moments placing blame? But there are no but. You've missed 19 years. Do you really want to let these last moments become another regret?
Uncle, are you feeling any better?
It warms my heart to see you so concerned for me, Yo. I will be well again very soon.
Your Majesty, Dongyi has approved the Frontier Memorial and has dispatched riders post-haste to Yunzhong Prefecture.
Mr. Deng never fails to deliver.
You. Do you know the parable of turning a man's own weapon against him? No matter, I shall teach you.
YOUKU, to that position. The two of you, guard that sector. Stay alert.
I heard. The court has approved your rewards. You'll soon be heading to the frontier to take up your post.
I'll set out tomorrow.
Wonderful! Whether your clan can restore its former glory depends on the feats you accomplish.
This success was merely a stroke of fortune.
Fortune!
We were disgraced and out of favor. Promotion and reward were never certain. Fortunately, a benefactor lent their support, and given the shifting tides of the court, it was finally approved.
A benefactor?
Anyone who helps my family rise again
is a benefactor to me.
I heard the reward list was issued by the Grand Princess.
She's indeed no ordinary woman.
Apply some ointment for that burn. Father loves to eat my juju cake, so I must finish making it.
It is hard to mix this filling with chopsticks. Try using this instead.
You and the general loved each other, yet were forced apart. Why refuse to admit it?
We did love each other. But He Zhao cannot have a mother from the northern desert, just as Chu Ling cannot have a wife of such origin. If you truly care for them, ask no more of this.
May I ask you a question? Have you ever had regrets?
About what?
Leaving her. And letting her believe she had no mother. And grow up burdened by that sorrow.
Some things
cannot be changed by regret alone. But what about now? She is inside. Shattered. And inconsolable. Can you really bear to see her like this?
What can I do? Should I acknowledge who I am? And force her to bear the shame of enemy blood? Or should I strip her of honor and plunge her into infamy? This hairpin was meant for her coming of age. I can see that you truly cared for her. So please give it to her. Do not tell her it came from me. Just say that it is a gift from you.
They are merely desperate fugitives. So what is there to fear?
I only worry that they harbor resentment over Wangcheng and refuse to cooperate with us any longer.
Wangcheng? What does that have to do with us? The slaughter of those remnants of the northern desert was entirely Chu Zhao's doing, was it not?
Indeed, Your Highness.
Speaking of the northern desert, I have another matter to ask you about. I told you. Goods logged under the stables.
Must never bear!
The Shonen Prefecture insignia again. This is my transgression. Those goods were meant to take the northern official road. I only thought a hidden mark
would make it easier to identify. The fire at Wei Village 5 years ago wasn't enough of a lesson for you.
How dare you put transport markings on the goods again?
I'll handle it immediately.
Have you found the boy from Wei Village?
Named Xiao.
Your Highness, not yet.
Please check. On my father! Please save him!
Hurry!
No need, Zhao. Stay. I have a few words for you.
Father, I am here.
Zhao, do not resent your mother. Being born in the northern desert was not her fault. Trying to protect you is no reason for you to hate her either. Back then, she had nowhere else to turn. Leaving you was the only way to keep you safe. Your mother is a good woman, and she loves you very much. The fault is mine, and the fault of these troubled times, which robbed her of the chance to watch you grow. Alan, come here.
Father!
Zhao, I do not have much time left. I ask for nothing more than the chance to bid your mother a proper farewell. When we parted all those years ago, we swore we'd never meet again. Now death's dear, and truly, we never shall. Yodi, call me the god of war. But without the woman I loved, I have been nothing more than a hollow shell for 90 years. Ella.
Yes.
I am here.
Shy family's crest.
Someone?
Yes.
Take this to the army physician for examination.
Yes.
Your Highness, I have examined this medicine. It is refined from several deadly poisons. For a short time, it can accelerate the flow of qi and blood, greatly enhance muscular and skeletal strength, and even give the dying a final burst of vitality. It bears a striking resemblance to a strange deadly poison recorded in ancient texts called the bloodburn pill.
When did my father take this medicine?
I remember on the Double Ninth Festival in the 16th year of Tenyuan, the general was struck by a poisoned arrow and was on the brink of death. He took a pill.
That wasn't part of the army supplies. Wasn't it examined at the time? It was an emergency, and there was no time. And after he took it, nothing seemed amiss. So it was not investigated further and was only briefly recorded in the files. No wonder. The general's health has been declining. This is not a life-saving medicine, but a death warrant. After one takes it, toxins accumulate within the body, gradually eroding the heart in an irreversible way. Ancient records state that once this medicine is consumed, a second pill must be taken 3 years later in order to extend life by another 3 years. If the follow-up pill is not taken in time, the body will undergo rapid decline beyond any possibility of recovery.
You just said that wasn't part of the army's supplies. Then where did it come from?
Speak! It was given.
By Chu.
In my past life, when the Emping Rebellion broke out on the 8th day of the 8th month, in the 19th year of Tianyuan, Chu delivered me to Xiao Xun and rode straight back to Yungyong Prefecture. In other words, if he provided the medicine, Father would have taken the second pill in time for the Double Ninth Festival, granting him 3 more years, only to have the poison manifest in the 3rd year of Amping. But in this life, in the 19th year of Tianyuan, the wedding was called off. The Emping Rebellion came early, and because of me, Xie Yanlai was appointed Imperial Guard Commander, detaining him long in capital, making him miss the time to give Father the pill. That is why Father succumbed to the poison. Thus, the only one who could have given him the medicine is Xie Yanlai. Did you give this to my father?
Yes.
The army physician said, this is a drastic drug that saves a life, only to end it later.
What did you say?
I am asking you what your true intentions were when you gave my father poison.
Yanlai. This secret medicine, accessible only to the direct lineage of the Xi clan, has the efficacy to revive the dying. Keep it with you, just in case. The pills.
You lied to me.
Yeah. I gave the general the pills. If you want revenge, you can take my life right now.
Is this your only explanation? Xian, do you honestly think I won't kill you?
You claimed you owed me.
We are square.
暗角，只为人笑，纷纷扰扰，人间惊恐把你照照。星火在缝隙间熬，烈焰中咆哮，把寒夜烧出破晓。命运困我于囚牢，也不想生人低头求饶。 总是有光渺渺，我自桀骜，浮游欲渡沧海，不问今朝，不问结局，我一心我道，无趣如药，流言生于浮躁，也要燃烧，指尖冲破天光一刀，让这满身伤痕成为我 骄傲。断肠苦事残烧，嫌你招，偏要生云霄，摘下傲骨血肉成鞘。 星火在缝隙间熬，烈焰中咆哮，把寒夜烧出破晓。命运困我于囚牢，也不想向原低头求饶。总是有光渺渺，我自桀骜，浮游欲渡沧海，不问今朝，不问结局，我一心我道。 无趣如药，流萤生于浮躁，也要燃烧。指尖冲破天光一刀，让这满身伤痕成为我心的骄傲。 宫阙九重暗角，只为人笑，纷纷扰扰，人间惊恐把你照照。星火在缝隙间熬，烈焰中咆哮，把寒夜烧出破晓。命运困我于囚牢，也不想向人低头求饶。 总是有光渺渺，我自桀骜，浮游欲渡沧海，不问今朝，不问结局，我一心我道，无趣如药，流言生于浮躁，也要燃烧，指尖冲破天光一刀，让这满身伤痕成为我 心的骄傲。